So guys, apparently all ghee is clarified butter, but not all clarified butter is ghee. It all depends on how long you cook the butter. So here's how you make ghee. I got 4 sticks of unsalted butter here. It can be right from the fridge or at room temperature. Of course, the softer the better because then it's gonna melt quickly. So I decided to chop mine up to quicken the melting process, but you can skip this step if you wish. So that's the butter that I'm going to be cooking right there. And it's a good idea to use a pot with a brightly colored interior so you can see when the browning begins. Otherwise, the solids could burn and ruin the whole thing, and you don't want that to happen. So cook the butter on medium heat. It might take between 10 and 20 minutes to form ghee depending on the amount of butter and how wide your pot is. So just simmer the butter, and over time, you're gonna see it begin to clear up. So it's gonna form a little bit, that's okay. Taking a look here, you can see that the solids are still very much mixed in with the fat, and so you're gonna separate those solids to form the ghee. So you can notice the changes, like the foam is going away. Just keep simmering, keep the heat on the low. I'm going to show you here, and as you can see, it's not clear yet. The solids are still in there, so just keep simmering. But over time, take a look, it's beginning to clear up. So our ghee is beginning to form, but we are not there yet. Now take a look here, see how clear it's gotten. So that's really good. But because we want to form ghee, we're going to let the solids cook a little more and brown. And that browning is happening here. So let's take a look at the bottom. And this is why I said you have to use a pot with a bright color on the inside so you can see those solids begin to brown. So now the ghee is super clear and the solids have browned enough. You don't want to over brown them because then the butter is going to taste bitter. So at this stage, it's ready to get out of the stove. I let it cool down a little and then I'm going to strain it. Now, don't go away yet because I have a recipe on how to use this ghee, and it's an awesome recipe I'm going to show you in a minute. So just go ahead and strain your ghee. Make sure to remove all of those solids. See the base of that pot and on how the browning happened. So this is our ghee. Let's take a look. Very clear, very beautifully yellow. So it's gonna solidify as it cools down, and that's okay. You can melt it up if you need to, or you can use it as it is. So on to the recipe. This is ghee chapati. This chapati is so delicious. It's so flaky and it's an extremely layered chapati recipe. I will link the full recipe to the chapati right here, and you can watch it and make this chapati. This chapati is absolutely delicious. Very layered, very flaky. You will love it. So yeah, this is one way to use your ghee, but there are 1,000 other recipes on how to use ghee. This is just one of them. So I hope you love this and that you make your own ghee at home as well. By the way, I also have links onto this video on how to make butter at home. So you can also check those out. That's the end. See you in another video. Thank you. Bye bye.